This is the race for the throne. On this track, it's not just about crossing the finish line. It's about conquering every twist, turn, and straightaway in a relentless pursuit of greatness. The crown is within reach, but the journey is anything but easy. Each lap, each challenge brings these racers one step closer to the ultimate reward, becoming the king or queen of speed and an opportunity to become the next K1 Speed Canadian champion.
What's up, people? Welcome back to K1 Championship. We're not quite there yet. We're a month away. I'm excited.
So this event is Race for the Throne. It's the final Race for the Throne of the calendar year. That means there's one spot left in the wildcard race for the Canadian Championships. So 20 competitors will race tonight for one spot on the throne to become the king or queen of speed.
So the format for the Race for the Throne, I mean, first of all, this is probably the event I love the most. 20 drivers. 2 groups of 10 racers. You get to do a qualifying, a regular grid based on your qualifying results, and then the third race, or the second positional race, is going to be a reverse or inverse grid. So if you qualify first, then you start first in the regular grid, and then you start 10th in the inverse grid. So 1 all the way down to 10, and the inverse grid is 10 all the way down to 1.
What the drama that's going to happen tonight is some drivers are out here to win the Race for the Throne. Others are vying for one last chance to enter the Canadian Championships.
I'm already entered in with a wildcard entry. I won one of the previous Race for the Thrones. I'm not racing tonight, but I am super excited to see who walks away with the win tonight.
With that wildcard spot, it would grant me access to the Canadian Championship. So if I can get that, I know I can get my name somewhere up there on that board.
The game plan for the throne is a very interesting one, and that goes into kind of the reason why I like this event so much, because right from the start, in about 10 minutes from now, we're going to go out to the front, draw a piece of paper out from the hat, so that determines what group you're in. The group will try to be as fair as possible, but may not be. So depending on who's in your group, who's not, you kind of want to strategize. Where do you want to start? I mean, there's obviously benefit to starting at the front for the regular grid, but then keep in mind that would automatically mean you will start from the very last place in the reverse grid. And guys in front of you, let's say you start in 10th, the guy in the 9th and 8th, they're going to be great drivers because in the regular grid, they started 2nd and 3rd and 4th. So you got a lot of traffic to get through to get to the front.
I have a couple of strategies of how I could win this. Typically, the route I take is qualify first, win that first race, and then just put everything out there for the reverse grid. I know a couple guys like to do it the other way around so that they can get some easier competition, but I don't do it like that.
Hi, my name is Assyria. I'm 20 years old and I started go-karting July of 2024. If I win the Race for the Throne event today, I would qualify for the wildcard race, and that would make it a lot easier to qualify for championships because the battle is tough, it's close, and the points are just stacked on top of each other. I go home and I look at the leaderboard and it changes every single day, and I'm like, geez. Winning this would work best in my favor, and then going to the championships, I watched the documentary series that have been posted on YouTube before, and obviously there aren't many female racers that partake in it. I think the only other female racer I've seen is Patrice, and that was a couple of years ago. So it would be really cool, obviously, being 20 years old, being in the championship at the end of the year. It'd be really cool to see myself there, and I don't know, maybe people can get inspired by seeing me there as well.
Yeah, good. We just finished the qualifying round. Luke topped the chart. Good lap. I came second, so now Luke is starting first, I'm starting second, and then like we said before, in the reverse grid, we'll reverse the order and I'll be one spot ahead of Luke again. It's gonna be fun. I'm Gobinder, you guys know me as G. I'm the reigning defending K1 Canadian champion. Towards the back end of the year, the last 2 months, so I entered the Challenge GP. I was lucky enough to win that one. That's when it kind of crossed my mind, hey, maybe I should try to do the throne and do the Grand Slam, because I know, and achieve the Grand Slam. I know Nathan, exceptional driver, he achieved that. So I want to join that club and I want to try to see if I could do it in the same calendar year, which is very tough. A lot of luck involved, a lot of dedication, strategy, all that. So yeah, I managed to do all that this year. So I would say, yeah, I cannot complain about the year I had in terms of racing at K1 and all the events, how I competed, how I finished, made a lot of friends. I mean, this is another year now. We've got Cambridge. So before was the OG Downsville guys, now you got the Saga boys, that would join us the last 2 years, and then now you got some exceptional drivers from Cambridge as well. So the family is getting bigger. It's only for the better guys.
K1 Speed Canada has 3 tracks currently, with more on the way. K1 Speed Toronto is where we are tonight for the Race of the Throne. K1 Speed Mississauga and K1 Speed Cambridge are our other 2 locations. And we have drivers from every location here tonight competing for the Race of the Throne and the wildcard spot at the Canadian Championships.
Hi, my name is Leif Dietrich. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Woodstock, Ontario, and I am 7th currently in the Canadian Championship. Being able to say that I can compete with everybody would mean a lot to me, because I struggle a lot with social anxiety and not fitting in with people. High school, elementary school wasn't the greatest time for me. So being obviously 20, being a young adult, making my own decisions, and being able to do something that I personally really enjoy / love, honestly, at this point, means a lot to me. Being in the position I'm in currently means so much to me, and it's so surreal to me that I started in March without my own helmet, without this, without that, without knowledge of racing, and to be here today in the position I am very grateful for.
My name is Shams Nazri. I'm an avid racer here at K1. I've been racing here for 3 years, previously an employee as well, and I'm just here to make a name for myself. This is the final Race for the Throne race of the year, and it's my only ticket into the Canadian Championship. There's a couple heavy hitters, so the stakes are really high. The Race for the Throne means a lot to me. It's my only way into the championship, really. I can't really get in through the 4,000 points, so every time I go out for any of these Race for the Thrones, every race means everything to me.
Yeah, so are you. I know you're saving your cart for yourself. We went with the strat, discussed in the pre-game, qualify P1, win P1, and then do good in the reverse. We'll see though.
Hi, my name's Dawson. I'm the 2021 K1 Speed Canadian Champion. When I think of my Race for the Throne event, the first person I think of is Shams, because I raced him at the Constructors' Cup, qualified in second right behind him, and could not pass him throughout the whole race. It was so frustrating. And in my Race for the Throne, Shams was right ahead of me, if I remember right. And for the first 8 laps, we were battling. I was all over his rear bumper. I couldn't quite get him. And then one lap we came around, I gave him just a little nudge coming into the corner, and it sent him just a little bit wide. I was able to sneak up the inside, and then once I got by, I was able to hold on to the win. Definitely an aggressive move, but when you can potentially join the Canadian Championship as a wild card, the elbows are definitely going to come out.
It's very rarely that I'm ever beat straight up. A lot of the times it's got to come from some really serious contact and take me out the race. But even then, I'll still probably end up ahead of you.
I feel bad for Luke. Luke had a really slow kart, so I was following him, then I gave him a little bump. It's not his fault. If anything, it was a little bit on my fault, but that's indoor racing. Like, you got the walls and the line. There's not a lot of lines you can take, so I owe Luke an apology, but I also take it as well. So, but there's still a reverse grid, so anything can happen. So
I could feel the freight behind you. Like, I could feel you getting pushed, and then I was getting pushed.
Yeah. Like,
I was just like, well,
I was trying to be clean. I wasn't trying.
I felt when I got pushed off the line.
Yeah, no,
and I knew that you were getting
and that's why I told the camera
Yeah.
as well. Like, if anything, Luke can break it.
I just had no kart. I tried my best to defend, but it just didn't have any speed to work with. So.
Being one of the only females here, I would say, in the beginning was a little bit tough because I'm not used to not seeing people like me around. But I quickly realized that I am somebody that is now leading by example. So when I walk into the track, I put a lot of pressure on myself to do great so that other people who may be like me, one of the very few females interested in racing, also see that it can be done. I know that racing is as much a mental game as it is a physical game. And one of the struggles that I've had as a female racer is being able to push through those mental blockades, especially when everybody ahead of me is a guy and they've been racing for a really long time. But I will say, racing at K1 speed, all of the locations, regardless of somebody else's gender, I haven't really felt undermined. So I will be eternally grateful for that.
So now we just have to hope for a good reverse, and then I can tie it all together in the final.
This is my second race for the throne, second one in Toronto as well. I believe I finished P6 last time, so hoping to improve on that this time around. So
it's also my second. I did one Mississauga, it's my first in Toronto. Doing well so far, but looking to improve as well. So we'll see what happens.
This race for the Throne event is definitely make or break. We are approaching the end of December, qualification dates are coming up, and I'm just under 1,000 points behind, so it'd be really tough to catch up, so this event is definitely my way in, or try again next year.
probably the most tense one so far. The last one, but the most like competitive, tense one so far.
Yeah, so we're technically waiting on all the results to come in to find out the final race, the final top 10, and what position we're all going to be starting out on the grid. So let's hope that we're up there and we all did enough work to get us into a good position to make some moves and finish off strong, right?
The ghetto paddock map right now is me, you, Chris, and Sebastian all tied for points right now.
Yeah, 1, 4, 2, 3.
Yep. That's the closest it's ever been in any of these races.
Gobindar, with his Race for the Throne win in November, was the first racer in K1 Speed Canada history to complete the Grand Slam in one calendar year. That means he won the Canadian Championship, the Race for the Throne, the Constructors' Cup, and the Racing Leagues all in 1 year. He's the second racer ever to do it, the first in a calendar year to do it. So he's probably the favorite going into tonight.
I'm waiting for you guys to come take the throne from me today. Let's bring it on, guys, because I am not a row over, so you better watch out.
Shams has been very close. He's been on the podium, but he hasn't been on the throne yet. So this is his last chance to actually get there and be at the Canadian Championships.
I managed to see all 3 of the championships as an employee, and I'm waiting to make myself the final contender for the 4th. Winning this would be a huge staple for my racing career, and hopefully it could help it take off.
I don't want to be just the new guy here. I want to put my mark down in K1 history, and I'm going to do it, no matter what it takes.
Coming out the tunnel, I'm flat. Usually people hold the inside and that opens up 6 on the outside. They don't expect that, but it's a dangerous move. Turn 8, a lot of people like to take that too wide coming out to 9, so that's a nice easy spot right there too. A lot of these guys don't really think about what happens after the corner, and that's when I like to strike.
Well deserved, champs. Well deserved.
I would be lying if I said the lucky stars didn't align. Everything went how it was supposed to, so. Half me, half luck, you know?
Don't be modest now. You were talking crap during the media thing. Now, don't think I don't know. You're talking crap, but well deserved, bro. Well deserved.
3 Constructors' Cup championships, 1 league championship, a lot of Fast Wednesdays, a double Fast Wednesday, and now a Race for the Throne. So let's hope this converts into a Canadian championship.
Yes, sir. He's in. Congrats, bro. I'm happy for you. Congrats, man. I tried, man. Hey, he deserved it, man. It was a fun race. Like, fastest lap time, he outdrove everybody, so he deserved it.
A lot of fun, man. Tried to have my elbows out, fight my way to the front. Made a couple spots, but unfortunately, we now have Shams in the championship, so I'll have to deal with him later, I guess.
At the end of it, this competition, there's only one winner no matter what place you come in. In the top 20, it doesn't even matter. You got to come first. So I finished 10th. We got up, made a couple of spots, but unfortunately, didn't work out for the rest of the race, but we finished it. And it was always a good time. So yeah, happy to be here, and I'll be back next time. Count on it.
Race for the Throne was a great event. This evening, I think it was probably the most stacked it's ever been. And yeah, it was a great turnout. Lots of fast laps, lots of great drivers, so good turnout.
Pray without further delay, it is my honor to unveil onto me the undisputed King of Speed with all their rights, Shams. we hereby crown Shams of the King of Speed. Ronald, the King of Speed.
Wow, you smile, girl.
I mean, I pulled through, right? So I'm happy. I mean, this is all just the theatrics, but really what I came for was that ticket for the championships. Because I'm going to make real good use of that. I want to thank all the staff here, thank all my friends for pushing me, forcing me to be better. And next time you guys see me, we'll be at the championship.